All right, we are recording. We have not planned this out other than we're going to talk about night vision. We've got Stump. We've got B. What's your screen name on Instagram?
Stumpknocker underscore.
That FN guy be with some underscores in there somewhere.
I think it was pointed at a Stump when you were talking, but you all heard, so there's that.
Is this my mic right here?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. I have them turned up enough where it's just picking up everything. So, the other day, Stump was like,
You mind doing it?
I don't know, let's put on the things that allow me to hear what's going on. That was probably loud for them. No.
No.
Could hear the. Can you hear him wheezing? Okay then. We're just gonna hope that the audio is good because I'm not wearing those. So the other day, Stump was like, "Hey, let's film some night vision content because we have night vision and thermal and all that stuff." So PVS 14. I've got some G50s up there. Some super shitty China brand digital night vision right there. Got it as a trade with the company because they wanted me to test it out and give them a review. And I played with it for 5 minutes and was like, it is so terrible, I'm not even going to give you guys a review telling it's terrible. I don't remember the name of the company. They were selling it for $900. Not worth it. Don't do it. Then I've got PVS 7, a FLIR breach here, and then the Sonics. Which one is this? I have it plugged in down here, so I'm gonna pull it out. I've got the Psionics, whatever this one is. Psionics Aurora, which is the color night vision action camera. These things are cool for filming night vision content. They have mounts that you can buy to use with your helmet, but they lag. So you are not getting what you're looking at exactly. If you transition really quickly, it's not going to keep up with you versus talk about yours.
So, when do you know it switches?
Oh, whatever red.
Red? Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's the difference between analog and digital. As you can see here, this is a set of PVS 14s. These are analog night vision, meaning that they are. You know what? I suck at explaining the difference of analog and digital. I'm not gonna try that, but the difference is, yeah, basically you get a lag versus analog versus you're getting a 40-degree, or what are the 51s?
Right? 51 degree. 51.
Field of view. What does that even, like, how does that work?
It's basically two tubes. They're angled. It's all the way over there. Okay.
Okay, grab it.
Gotta move guns and some hard AF cans out of the way.
So how does that extra 10-degree work?
I can see everything. Like, I have really good depth perception. When I'm running those, I can flip one out of the way. They're decent.
Articulating?
Yeah.
Right? This is articulating.
So your camera's on, you can kind of show.
Right, where it articulates to the side like that. Versus bridged, whereas bridged are fixed, so they're just fixed in place where you can just slide them in and out this way. These are articulating. Really.
Camera glitched out slightly. I don't know why. But
versus a monocular, whereas you have one, right? Whatever camera it is. So with a monocular, you have one analog night vision to look through versus a binocular where you're looking through two. There are pros and cons with all of it. Cons cons being, or pros being, or con, whether the way you look at it is cost. So you're basically paying half the price of a Bino versus PVS 14, which is a monocular. I found different experiences where binos, and then I'm running a single tube monocular, and I'm getting immediate feedback of different opposing forces with IR, whether it's IR or white light.
Yeah.
So like, let's say another whether you're running airsoft or whether you're running whatever you're doing with your night vision, and somebody else is out there with you, and they have some sort of light source, it's really easy to see that they have IR or white light with a single tube. Like almost immediately. Well, immediately. Whereas two tubes, you have to kind of like look up, or you have to like kind of, look through the tubes to see if you have an IR. So I think for me it's a little bit more faster feedback. I know there's a lot of different thoughts behind the single tube versus binos. I think the cost of getting a single tube is far outweighs just having it and running it.
Yeah. So I have, I've got the dual tubes. I've got the EVS 7, which defeats the purpose of having a single tube because it's channeled into both eyes. I let one of my buddies borrow that one. Otherwise, I would, hold that up and be like, here's what I'm talking about. It's like looking through dual tubes, but there's a single tube in the middle, so your depth perception is non-existent. When you go to look down your optic, it's not lined up with your eye. So like where you would normally put it, you have to move it up here because you have a single tube in the middle of your forehead, and it's ridiculous. And then another thing we did is...
Well, to even go back on that, looking through your optics, so I'm sure it's pretty easy. It's obviously the easiest to look through binos. With your optic, if you're going to go through, or if you're going to go passive, which is through your optic, or through using your laser. Where's the device you have?
It's in the truck.
So that's two different options. And that's all environmental, depending on what you want to do and what you need to do. But I definitely think it helps tremendously to have good IR light with your laser. So if you have so I have them all. If you have laser and IR light in the same unit, really it helps to kind of compact everything down to one unit. Versus a laser unit and an IR light. And then looking through, so talking about passive aiming as well. If you're gonna go like something through like an LPVO, it's really nice to have a 12 o'clock red dot that you can look through night vision as well. Or even gas masks. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not all red dots are compatible with night vision.
So yeah, you definitely want to double check that. But this is the Holosun, what is 509T, right? I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah, 509. I've got one on.
Yeah, right there.
No, that's a different one.
Actually, you got the fucking ACSS Cyclops. That thing is cool. Okay. So CSS Vulcan, whatever the hell it is. Holosun 509T. Same optics. This one is really cool because it has the ACSS Vulcan reticle. I wonder if you can see in that camera.
I don't know. Get it up in there. Let's see.
Yeah, get it up in there.
Yeah, so this is the
Yep,
ACSS
alright, hold it right there.
right there.
Yep.
If you guys can see that, that's the reticle you're gonna get with that red dot, which is
Down just a hair.
really cool.
Yep.
There you go.
You're aimed right at the heart AF.
So, yeah, that's actually really helpful. To have that big circle around it, and then to have that chevron in the center. That's really,
Yeah,
really
I
nice.
like it. It's a good optic. So
So that's passive aiming. I mean, what can you say for passive aiming? Like, how much passive aiming have you done?
I haven't done a whole lot of night shooting recently. So since Hollow Sun has come out with a bunch of the new stuff, and EOTech's come out with new stuff, I haven't really done any night shooting since the Bullet Farm. So in that couple year time span, so much crap has been dropped on the market that it's like, holy crap, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So all the basic crap that everyone's already seen, I've done. So there's no point in talking about it.
Well, I mean,
Again.
there's who knows who's seeing this stuff. I mean, like it could be for maybe somebody who hasn't even ever seen it at all.
That's true.
I mean, like B, what's your opinion? What have you seen through the night vision? Like, what's your thoughts on
On night vision?
it? Yeah, I mean, like I know you've seen a couple of our tubes. You've seen a couple of our stuff, right?
Recently, I've gotten to look through PVS 14s, his PVS 50s, the single mono 2-1. All I can say it's the greatest superpower for the least amount of money. You can own being able to see in the night for essentially a cheap car.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
you can be able.
absolutely.
It's a superpower. It's being able to see in the night. Hey, no. Oh, it disappeared.
Oh, it's back. It's back. What were you gonna do?
Hey, gnomes.
Cheers.
So, yeah, absolutely, it's definitely a superpower. There's no doubt about that. And for a cheap
Yeah, I
car,
mean that's
definitely.
It's essentially.
I mean, so what would you rather prefer, binos or a single tube, with the little bit of experience that you had?
There's the. Honestly, I didn't know yours did one or the other, and that because if you don't want having both, the ability to have your peripheral, I can see where you have a single tube, you can still see kind of what's going on around you, but the duals sometimes you need that. You want that depth perception, being able to see and walk around, but yeah, if you have the ability to flip that one up, that's
Then another thing we were doing the other day, we were playing with thermal. So this is my FLIR breach. And we were like, oh, hey, let's take all these things that the internet has said, here's simple ways to defeat thermal. They didn't work out as well as we had thought they would. So the first thing, Stump actually called me up and was just like, hey, let's test out a couple of these. And the first one was the poncho.
The poncho. So USGI poncho, on the FLIR breach does not do very well at all.
No,
Not at all.
not at all. Like
Not even behind. I mean, with a little bit of shrubbery, you might be able to get it passed by. But yeah, the problem is the vinyl on the poncho, or the nylon actually, that heats up, especially when even if you have an offset with the nylon, it even a good offset, it still kind of catches that heat if it's surrounding you. The problem with that.
Yeah. And so with having all this stuff is not cheap. It's fun. It's very useful to have. It's probably going to be more useful in the very near future. Because in case y'all haven't noticed, the world's falling apart. But you'd have to know that unless you lived under a rock. But one of the group chats that we're in, earlier they were talking about, should I get thermal first? Should I get like a PVS 14 first? Always go for your night vision first. This helps. This does not allow you to see in the dark. This allows you to see warm things in the dark or during the day. It's just like B was saying, night vision is a superpower.
Yeah.
So definitely go for that. But oh, some other things that don't really have anything to do with the night vision. This is the podcast area. This is where we're going to be doing podcast stuff now. We're going to call it the Black Flag Florida Podcast because why the fuck not? We have no direction as to what we're going to talk about. So like today, we're talking about night vision and thermal and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of other ones where we're just like having random conversations and rants and talking about whatever. You know, this guy's ability to kill handguns. It's kind of amazing. I don't know how you have managed to break that many Glocks. Like, I don't know anybody else.
Cool, right?
And B just got his first Glock, so he finally joined the Good Gun Club. I know the camera things have been like all over the place. Like it'll be pointed at him when he's talking and vice versa. Still trying to figure all that out. Because underneath this giant Pelican case that we're using for the desk, I have some cases of MREs with the computer up that's operating this whole thing sitting on it. And I have to figure out what I'm supposed to be pressing. And I have to remember to press things. So that's a big part of it. But yeah, so B, what are things you want to talk about or do like with a podcast and all that?
I don't know if this is the time and place for it, but if anyone is local in the Sarasota area and you want to go and move around some heavy stuff every Friday, we're doing ruck marches, it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something I don't know. But
Yeah,
it's out there now,
yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, if you're
not
near
over now.
if you're near Sarasota, Florida, so you know Bradenton, Inglewood, Venice, or if you want to drive, we're gonna try to be doing rough marches every Friday, and it'll be Friday evening because we like to do it. We start about sunset, go for a few miles.
We can talk about different different gear and different stuff. We discussed shoes the other day. I have really bad feet problems. After our last rough march, my feet were hurting so bad. I had a frozen water bottle that I had to roll on my feet because something's going on. I don't know if it's my work shoes or what, but yeah. So it makes it a little more difficult when, yeah.
All right, we're gonna pause for a second so I can tell my dogs to be quiet.
I felt pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we're back, and Stump has a FUD gun now.
The story of open carrying a Remington 1911 in Virginia.
All right, so I had to bribe my dogs with tennis balls because nothing else matters when they have tennis balls. Okay, so we were just talking about we're going to be doing ruck marches. We started that last Friday. That was a good time.
Pap smear.
His
Shout
feet
out.
hurt.
Yeah.
Let's see. Liquid Death is amazing.
They're good.
Let's see, what are other things that are going on? Oh yeah, Trump was supposedly going to get arrested today, so you know there was all that. So it didn't end up happening. So we don't have an interesting news cycle to watch right now of people being dumb. Which anyone who's followed me for any amount of time, you know that I was there for January 6th. I was one of those assholes. Don't go fucking protest or do anything stupid if he gets arrested. There is 0 point in trying to show up, and potentially get violent. If you do show up, do not get violent. Like, if he actually gets arrested, if you want to show up and wave an American flag and show support, sure. But also understand that there are going to be people there that are going to instigate, that are going to make things violent, and that is the goal. So be careful. Don't do stupid shit. Don't get yourself hurt. Don't get other people hurt.
And always film it. Always
Yes.
be live streaming. If you're gonna do anything, live stream it.
Yeah.
Live stream it 100%.
Always live stream it.
Yeah, I definitely advise not to do anything.
Yeah. I fully intend on, being at work, watching whatever goes down, live streaming to my tablet and being like, oh, wow, that's some crazy shit. And depending on if it gets super, super stupid, I will go home and make some steak and be like, all right, what's going to happen next? Some of the other things that are going on. Just the general state of disarray out there. Food prices are up, gas prices are up, everything costs more. We've got inflation going on. Grow your own food, have your own chickens,
Have
pigs.
your own community.
Yeah, find people. None of us are related. I don't know if you could tell by looking at him, but we are definitely not related. But if you find people that are like-minded, good, and understand that shit's falling apart, you can make some good friends. You'll be able to have a community to rely on.
Which, I mean, a lot of people are. We're coming to a day and age where it's, for the past 3 years, it's pretty clear and evident. If you don't have any evidence now, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, like B has the best example of this. How did you end up sitting here?
Rent is too expensive.
Well, before that, how did you meet us?
Oh, on the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he
Flat out.
literally came, met me at a gun show, said hi, brought me some stickers while I was stippling guns. And then the hurricane happened shortly after that. And he saw that I was out, bringing gas to people and doing shit like that. And he's like, hey, can I come help? And he showed up and has basically been around ever since.
And shout out Florida Logistics Group.
Doing some hard work.
Yeah, like everyone, if you scroll back a little bit in the videos, you'll see lots of just unedited, smashed together videos of what we all did during the hurricane, after the hurricane, which was just help. Do whatever we were able to do to help, which, sometimes it was making food.
Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the numbers or stats on how many people we helped, but we helped a lot of people. Between the food that we dropped off, the amount of people that we helped salvage trash and their remnants of their homes out of their yards. Wow.
Yeah.
To the amount of just health and care that we were able to give some of the people at those the trailer park. Which one was that? The Sunny? What was it called again?
It's Sunny something, but it was
There's so many trailer parks called Sunny something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like we live in Florida. Yeah, there's a lot.
To circle back though to your point about how I met up with everyone, it was one of the Find Your Tribe posts on Instagram. Essentially.
Yeah.
Meet up with your people, find your local people, and do it.
Yeah, because there's always going to be like-minded people around you, even if you live in a hellscape of like Portland, Oregon, surrounded by screeching blue-haired people.
And don't buy into that propaganda that like that's all it is, because there's plenty of people in Portland, Oregon that are not that.
Well, not only that, like if those are the people that are around you, they're like that because they don't know any better. Like they don't have the information. Like they've only ever heard, this side of something. And this side has only ever said that this side is crazy, evil Nazis. And then when they actually get to meet people like us, they find out that it's completely different. That we don't give a fuck. Like we're like, hey, we're here to help. We don't care what you look like, what race, what religion, what anything. We're here to help you. We'll do whatever. Whereas, like there's been plenty of times, like with my old truck, the whole back of it was just covered in gun stickers and Trump stickers and all that. And I would pull over and change tires for people on the side of the interstate. And some of them would just not understand why the crazy redneck would just stop to help them for the sake of helping them. And I'd be like, why? Why would I not do this? Like, I have the ability to. I'm supposed to help people. Like, this is what you do to make civilization not a shitty place to be. I'd be like, well, everything we've ever heard was, you're racist, you're this. I'm like, no, just because I'm follically challenged and support Trump doesn't mean that I don't think Trump's an asshole. I think he was a good president and we had more money. Like, that's why I liked him. But just because the news says one thing, like, he's bald, does that make him a white supremacist? No.
Not even close.
Not even close. But it's the stupidity of people not doing research and figuring things out for themselves. Like, everybody has one of these. This little device connects you to the knowledge of the entire planet, and people use it to look at cat pictures.
They call it a smartphone because you do really dumb stuff.
Yeah. It's like, anytime you get information, it doesn't matter if you get the information from us or anybody else, don't fucking believe it. Look it up. Do research.
Absolutely.
Figure it out. Just because we're talking about,
Would you buy one of these if they called it a dumb you down phone?
No.
Hey, have this dumb you down phone. Because that's what it's actually doing, is dumbing you down. With all your cat pictures and scrolling. And, oh, look at this. Oh, this is funny. Don't you think that this is... Yeah. Smartphone. Because, you're smart.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that just needs to be changed.
Yeah, I get sucked into it. We all do.
Yeah, I mean, I get paid to do social media. Like, that's one of my jobs at Johnny's is, run social media. I built a frickin' podcast studio in my house for fucking social media reasons. Like, I'm contributing, but I'm also trying to contribute, like, not just retardation. Like, capital R retardation. I'm trying to not just do that. I do that enough on my own without the help of others, and luckily there's not always a camera pointed at me when I do that. He's laughing because he's seen it in person.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, though. There's plenty of ways that this little device can make you smart. It's the way you choose.
Yeah. Like,
don't scroll and look at cat pictures.
Right. But, yeah, so like I said, we're going to call this Black Flag Florida. Actually want to go around and state our political beliefs, just so people can kind of know where we're at. So, hi, I'm Wick. Fuck the government. All politicians are cunts. And, taxation is theft. B?
No government. Yeah, fuck the government, essentially. We're all,
At this point in time now, there is no point for at least the federal government. Minimal centralized federal government. One flat tax. I mean, we need to do something different. Things are not working out.
Yeah. Now, all that being said, that doesn't mean we don't love our country. We love America. The people that are in charge of our country right now are fucking our country up. Yeah. But it is also now 7:15, and I'm hungry. I'm pretty sure they're hungry. So we're going to go eat dinner. Leave some comments, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. No schedule for when we're going to be doing this. Leave comments, giving us ideas for things to talk about. If you want us to just have bullshit conversations, I don't care. Tell us what you want. We will do it. They're all like, I don't know. I think I have 100 people following me on YouTube. Is it that many? No, I don't know. I haven't actually looked. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, show your friends, the Three Idiots, and Sarasota. See y'all later.